Just looking back on the road trip, getting 5 out of 8, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, tonight was a good response from the Florida effort, and I think it's a good team over there, and we throw it either, and got to manage the puck and get an extra point there in overtime. We got to be a little bit better in overtime. It's been points are there, and we haven't really been able to capitalize on this season. So I think we're thinking too much, and we're not just playing what's in front of us. So we need to manage it, and I got to be the leader of that there at the end.
An important goal in this game to get that 1 point by David. How do you guys collectively feel for him, and how important was that goal in this one?
Yeah, it was a huge goal for us, and I think we heard all about it, that it went in, and it's good for our team and good for him in his 1,000th game. Pretty special. So we're all pretty happy for him.
And the way that Husso continues to perform for you, if you can just reflect on what he meant to this game and just your season so far.
Yeah, he was lights out tonight, and it was a good goalie battle. We had tons of chances there in the first and some in the second. Didn't generate enough in the third, but who stood tall, especially they got one power play goal, but he was really good on the PK and really kept us in it tonight.
Looking ahead to this week of the back-to-back, what's kind of the focus now for the guys heading back to LCA?
Well, I think it's to get some rest here. We've been on the road, and it's been tough, so we need to rest up the next couple of days, and it's a huge back-to-back, so we got to get ready to go.
Thanks, Larkin.
Yeah, a little different than it was, but just reflecting how special was the night for you.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think just starting yesterday, having my parents here again, knowing they're coming to the game, that's always fun. Getting my mom out of the hometown, she doesn't do that a lot, so it was good.
An important goal in this one to help you guys preserve a point in this game. And
just lucky bounce. Yeah, good. Just lucky bounce. I'm going to the net. I'm not trying to do anything, and I feel it. I go off my stick and in the net somehow. So kind of gave me a little bit more energy after that. Like, you kind of have to deal with a lot of the nerves, like last night and everything. You got to always kind of manage your energy, kind of calm everything down, because the excitement is pretty high, and knowing the situation and everything, I thought we competed really good today as a group. 5-on-5, we're a really good team, and like Newsy said, we're going to start expecting more and more out of us the more we perform like this.
And Dylan was saying it's good to get at least 1 point and a nice bounce back performance. 5 of 8 on the trip. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, really good trip. Those are things that you look at. I think mostly starting with a back-to-back, we took care of it right away. Won the next game for Newsy in Tampa, and then we just kind of probably had one of our tougher performance compete-wise in Florida, and we bounced back at a good game and didn't get the result, but a good trip overall.
Newsy wrapping up this road trip with a point tonight. Kind of biggest takeaways from the game?
I loved our compete. Got ourselves in a little bit of penalty trouble in the second, but for the most part, good effort, start to finish. Earned a point. Just you leave a little bad taste in your mouth that it felt like we could have taken the 2 points and got a little more out of it. So big picture, 2 1-1, we win the road trip, but maybe felt like maybe could have got a little more out of it.
You talked about good effort. Larkin also talked about the importance of a response after that Florida game. Did you see a good response from
Excellent response, and that's what you look for. We've been pretty consistent with our game, especially of late, and the one Florida game was an outlier where we hadn't played that poorly in a while. We just lost a lot of battles. We didn't compete, and the boys turned that around, and for the most part, did a really good job of that tonight.
Obviously, DP scoring in the Stallions game tonight. Kind of what was that moment like, and how special that
awesome.
For the guys?
Fitting, and just in the way he did it. Probably a little unfortunate to get out of the first period. Tied. We played a really good period, probably deserved a little bit more, but then we get in our heels with the penalty trouble in the second. We get down 2-1, and that was just a huge goal, and that's a David Perron type goal. Simple play, but he got hard to the net, got a stick on it. It was a huge goal.
Last one for me. December, tough schedule continues this week, back-to-back midweek against Carolina and Minnesota. What's kind of the focus now heading into that?
A lot of it's ourselves. We want to be consistent with our game. Prior to this road trip, we've struggled against some of the elite teams in this league, and For the most part, outside the Florida game, in Dallas, in Tampa, we competed pretty well. It's now their opportunity against Carolina on Tuesday.
Thanks, dude.